All right, let's talk about something that most of us can't resist: India street food. Before you dive into that delicious, crispy samosa or sip on that sweet lassi, there's something you need to know. India street food can actually kill you. Yes, you heard that right. I know, it sounds dramatic, but before you get scared and cancel your next trip to the chaat walla, let me just say, it's all about being smart and knowing what's up. First up, hygiene? What's that? Let's start with the obvious. Ever seen a street food vendor wiping their hands on their shirt? Or the same guy chopping up veggies and then immediately diving into the dough? Yes, that's the magic of street food hygiene in India. No gloves, no fancy sanitizers, just good old bare hands. And let's be honest, if your vendor shirt is more street food stain than clean, we've got a problem. And let's not forget about the flies. Oh, the flies! You've got food sitting there on an open stall, and the flies are basically having a party. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. The flies land, the germs hop on, and boom! You're about to enjoy a little gift from Mother Nature. Not the kind of fresh you want, right? And the most beautiful thing of all, the street corner. Because who wouldn't want a side of dust with their chaat? Polluted air mixed with germs? Yep, that's the secret ingredient. All right, let's talk about water. You think that glass of fresh lemonade or lassi is all good, right? But have you ever stopped to think, where is this water coming from? It's not coming from a fancy bottled source. Nope, it's coming straight from the tap, which, let's be real, is not winning any cleanliness awards. Many vendors use untreated water. And we all know that tap water in India is, well, let's just say it's not exactly approved by health experts. Water can carry all sorts of lovely bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, and Vibrio cholera. So, while you're sipping that fresh lassi, just remember, you might be sipping on a side of stomach cramps and maybe even a few days of non-stop visit to the bathroom. Yikes! Fake ingredients for a fake fun time. Ah, the art of food coloring. The golden yellow curry, the bright red chutney, the vibrant green mint sauce. How do they get everything so perfectly colorful? Well, food coloring is one way, and my friend, that food coloring might not be so friendly. Some vendors use cheap, toxic food coloring to make their food pop. Yes, you could be eating a delicious samosa while you're unknowingly consuming chemicals that probably wouldn't pass a lab test. It's like a chemistry experiment on your taste buds. And if that wasn't enough, you've got the fake ingredients. Yeah, the fancy spices they throw in that seem so magical. Some of them are just chalk powder or artificial flavoring. So you're not getting that authentic flavor, you're getting the cheap knockoff version of a spice. Does your stomach deserve this? I think not. And let's talk about the oil. Oh, the oil. That oil that's been frying up samosas, vadas, and pakoras all day. That oil that's getting darker and more toxic with every batch. That oil is reused over and over again. Because why would you want to use fresh oil when you've got perfectly good old oil sitting there, right? This old oil is full of unhealthy compounds, and you know what that means? When you eat food that's been fried in this oil, you're not just getting that crispy, golden crunch, you're also getting a side of bad cholesterol and heart disease. Not the kind of side dish anyone ordered. And bacteria, bugs, and cross-contamination. Oh my! Street food vendors are masters of cross-contamination. You'll see them chopping up raw meat and then using the same knife to cut up vegetables. And guess what? Raw meat isn't exactly the best buddy for your salad. It's like mixing your dirty laundry with your clean towels. Absolutely disgusting, right? And while we're on the topic of bugs, they love street food. They see an open platter of food and think, hey, free meal. Flies, ants, cockroaches, Basically, the entire bug kingdom come out to play on that food. And while you're thinking about how delicious that chaat looks, the bugs are thinking, let's just add a little extra crunch. And pollution, the invisible flavoring. Ever walked down a street and noticed how everything smells like exhaust fumes mixed with a little hint of dust? Yeah, that pollution isn't just sticking to your hair, it's sticking to your food too. That's right, air pollution is slowly settling on the food, and it's making your tasty snack just a bit more flavored. Heavy metals like lead and mercury from vehicle emissions can actually end up in your food. Yum, right? So when you're taking that bite of your vada pav, just remember that you're not just tasting spices, you might also be tasting a little bit of toxic air. Not exactly a Michelin star experience. And the dairy, that's doing its best to spoil. Oh, and the dairy! Street food loves dairy. Milk, curd, paneer, you name it. But guess what? These dairy products go bad quickly if not stored properly. And most street vendors don't exactly have refrigeration units on hand. So that glass of sweet, frothy lassi could actually be not so fresh milk that's been sitting out for hours or even days. Spoiled dairy can cause severe food poisoning. So while you're sipping a lay, your stomach is wondering why it's getting a surprise bacteria bath. Not the spa treatment you were hoping for. And now for the kicker. There's no regulation. Because no one checks. Vendors don't need a license to sell street food. There are no health inspections. Basically, it's like the Wild West out there. Anything goes. Vendors can do whatever they want, and unless there's a huge outbreak or a health scare, no one's gonna stop them. So, that extra tasty samosa could be made with ingredients that are so old they should have been thrown out weeks ago. But hey, don't let all this scare you away. Street food is still awesome, delicious, cheap, and convenient. Just be smart about it. Look for clean stalls, check if the food's being cooked fresh, and maybe avoid the stuff that's been sitting out in the open for hours. And if you're going for that pani puri, make sure you're not getting water from a questionable source.
Also, don't forget to subscribe. I've got more hilarious and useful info coming your way. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. So go ahead, enjoy that chaat, but maybe think twice before getting that extra spicy chutney, because your stomach probably doesn't want to be part of a science experiment. Stay safe, eat smart, and remember, food should be a treat, not a toxic disaster.